I guess you're going to see me. Has it been that kind of day for everybody? Clearly, I put on a face today. What do you think? Put on a face? Whew. Just to have fun a little bit. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? I believe that you can hear me. How was your full moon? Is it still happening for you? I'm just coming up here. Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining me. I will be up in a couple of hours at 1 p.m. I may be on a different location. I'm trying to this summer do some beach days. So we'll see how that goes. My phone is going bananas. So I'm sort of there, but I do want to be here just to say that it's going to be an interesting rest of the month, and that is part of the reason why we are encouraged to meditate, to do things maybe a little bit differently than you're normally doing. And if meditation in my style is one of those things, well, then welcome, because that is indeed what we're doing. These mornings have always been the how-to, so you can see that in the written description above or below, depending. Hi, if you haven't seen me before and you're just kind of popping on trying to see what this is. Love Evolve Energy, Chris, Christos Blossom, Christine, DJ Lebluli. I go by many, many names, a couple others that I'm just not mentioning right now. And I'm an energy geek and energy mechanic. All my clairs are blown open and have been through the Kundalini experience multiple times, and am integrating and processing what it means to be embodied at this time. I work one-on-one and in groups with starseeds, those who identify as starseeds, and earth angelic, and movers and shakers. And chances are, if you're a mover and shaker these days, you're probably one of those other two things, especially if you're finding me. So what I'm doing and what I've been doing is really encouraging people to firm up and maybe explore more fully, more deeply, some of the basics. And one of the basics of any kind of spiritual practice is some form of reflective meditation. Or I see that as a state one enters into, and one takes up a host of different practices in order to release into a meditative state. So are you meditating as an action, or is the action that of surrender? And the state of meditation expands and opens to you. I go with the latter. That being the case, these mornings, the last 2 months maybe, of Tuesday mornings, fairly frequently, not every, but fairly frequently. Some pendulum action there. Oh, yeah, that feels good. I've been coming up on these Tuesday mornings, offering a PSA, really, for anybody who finds themselves in the situation where they're doing retreats from their home base, online virtual retreats, whether it's on Zoom or you have found a bunch of meditation or some other spiritual videos on YouTube, say, and you've lined them all up and you want to spend a day just with practicum, with experiencing and listening. Or you're joining a program like the one I have coming up on Saturday, the 21st. That's pretty soon. Today's Tuesday. This coming Saturday, the 21st of May, 2022. And we will be focusing on a particular theme that day. The theme of inner peace in the heart-mind space. And I call that equanimity. Peace being a flavor of equanimity. So all week, this week in the afternoons, East Coast time in the US, I've been coming up and sharing some techniques and offering an experience for meditation. So people have a taste of what that is if they've never done it, or they just want to get rolling or get a vibe of me before they join up or commit to a whole day long on Saturday. And so we come and we meditate a little bit longer every day. And we talk about different things, different techniques. And I just talk about different things. Hey, hi, I've got some crickets showing up. Hey, Rachel, how's it going, lady? I'm just up for a hot second. I'm back up at 1 p.m. Eastern. So that would be 11 p.m. West Coast time. Blah! I just got into that brain and I have all these messages shooting up. Ooh, different things happening. There's a lot I could be talking about in terms of energy, in terms of what's happening on the planet. However, I'm simply focusing in on skillful ways and means to be with your present moment as it arises. And so we are looking at techniques of that increase witness consciousness, equanimity, unflappable kindness in the face of the great fluctuations of life, the 10,000 joys and the 10,000 sorrows. What I've been doing in the mornings here is giving some pointers in how might you really cultivate a conducive space in your home, or renting an Airbnb or, campsite, what have you, for the day, for a home retreat. So what I was going to talk about today is nourishment and food. Nourishment and food. It presupposes that you already have a sense of how your body thrives best in terms of nourishment. How much water, how much tea or caffeine or juices? Are juices too much for you? Do you do better with protein? Do you do better with grains and carbohydrates? It depends on your system. I'm going to state some of the obvious. It may seem obvious that if you're going to spend a day practicing meditation, moving in and out of meditative states, it behooves us to nourish the body and take care of the body in such a way that it is calm and not loud. Calm yet alert. So, for example, I know that if I'm in retreat mode, I'll have some caffeine in the morning, but not a lot. Or it's going to be really hard for me to stay present and focused. I'm going to be tweaky and twingy all over the place. That's me on caffeine. I know how much I need, and I might even move down to tea if coffee does something to me. I also know, for me, and this is not true for everybody, but for many people, uh, I also know that it's true for me that the meals I have throughout the day need to be smaller and more frequent. So lots of snacks. And my meal at midday or the end of the day needs to be something that feels nourishing and reviving me. So if I eat, say, a burger and fries, um, it's going to make me a little sluggish and slow. And if I'm going into a meditation retreat, chances are good that I might fall asleep. That is not reviving me in that way. For me, for somebody else's body, they're going to need a big piece of protein just to stay present. But that's their body. So it behooves you to, before you go in, to get a sense of what's going to support a calm, relaxed, alert body and mental emotional state. You do you. You find what you need for you. A lot of retreat centers you go to will have a vegetarian option. That works for some people. That somebody may not thrive on that at all. And if they go veggie for a couple of days or even a day, they're going to be napping the whole day. That's not going to work for them. Or they're going to be on their cushion and their body's going to be reactionary to that. So you have to gauge and suss out what's really going to work for your system. So that's part one of what I wanted to offer. Part two is, let me take a little break before I do part two. Part two is how to prepare for yourself if you're doing a home retreat. And when I say home retreat, I mean in your actual home, a corner of your bedroom, your garage, your car, you're at the beach or in the woods for the day, you've rented a bed and breakfast, you've rented a hotel room, wherever you've decided your space is. We've already talked about all different ways to make that your nest for however long your retreat is. And to get there a little bit before, you may want to, if you're going someplace else, I've already talked about this, showing up the night before so you can have a calm, relaxed, and be very morning and be very present as you're going into the morning session with me, for example. Gosh, I just had an idea popped into my head. All right. So I want to talk about a little bit more in a minute, but first I want to check into the feed. Hey, Rach, wonder if you're still here. Honora, hi. Oh my goodness, that is so kind of you, Honora. I'm just here for a hot second. Honora, have you been the one who's been sharing a lot of my live feeds? Let me know because I want to give you a gift. I do. So if you could please DM me, direct message me here on Facebook, because it seems like that's where you are. That would be great. And we can chat about that in a couple hours. I just wanted to say that. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Mama. So being prepared. So you know what kind of foods are really going to serve you. Unless your partner, your family member, or your best friend is helping you out in the kitchen while you're retreating, you're probably going to have to do that for yourself. Provide your own self-care, which is great. It's a great skill to have. So you want to make sure the day before or a couple of days before, you've already gone to get your groceries. You've already planned your meals for the time of the retreat. for what's coming up on Saturday. That's just the day. It's oh, and P.S. For those of you that are just seeing this at some point, it's not on Facebook. It's on Zoom, so you have to register for it, and you do that through the link that I'll provide this afternoon. I don't believe it's here, but you go to my website and you can sign up for the group experiences there. Online group experiences right now. Although I'm hoping someday soon we can do something else. So that might mean you get all of your food together the day before, or the days before, and you might do some meal prep the day before, if you can, or before the morning session, or the depending on where you are in the world, the start time will be different for everybody. So the main break in the middle of the retreat will be about halfway or a little bit less than halfway through. For me on the East Coast, that's around what we might call lunchtime. For somebody else, that might be breakfast or tea, afternoon tea, or dinner, or something else, depending on where you are on the planet. I just thought of as well that there are some people who are joining us but won't be there directly. They've signed up and they're coming, but they won't be there for all the sessions, and that's cool. They're joining us, but they cannot do that Saturday. They could do next Saturday. So everything's going to be recorded and will be available by Sunday, I believe. And so you could have all the things, and you could even do the retreat on your own time on Sunday, if you like. Eventually, it will be edited and will be available for purchase. Sections of the retreat will be available for purchase on my Podia. I just wanted to get that out there. Pardon me. So the day before or in the morning, you may want to pre-prep your breakfast as much as you can. Pre-prep your before you start. Prep all of your beverages. Prep your snacks so they're easy. Prep your lunch. So maybe it's a cold lunch, cucumber sandwich, yum, 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 or something like that. So you don't have to do a lot of physical preparation. It's going to be easy. If it's easy, you may be able to do a little bit of a walk or an extra meditation sit for yourself during the lunch break. I believe it's an hour and a half, something like that. And the same thing with your meal at the end of the day, if you want that. Know what your teas are. Essentially, set up your meal prep area before the retreat starts so that it's easy peasy. Make a little plan for that so you're not doing extra. If you're in a situation where you are perhaps going out to grab a bite, plan that in. Make sure the place is going to be open. Know what you're going to grab. Things like that. You know, you'll have a chunk of time. I want everybody to be aware that things happen. And with the astrological hoo-ha that's going on now, things could happen. So prepare as much as you can. That's what I would say. So that's all I really have to say about that. Hopefully that makes sense, that you want to self-care in terms of nourishment, what you put into your body and how it's prepared for you so that it's easy access. when I'm back up here in a couple of hours at 1 p.m. Eastern, um, we're going to do a longer sit today. I believe we're doing, I think we're doing 30-minute sit today, and it's going to be a little bit more systematic and a little bit more guided. And then Thursday and Friday, we're going to do longer sits still. I'm going to be up here every day, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm still here Friday morning doing the woo-woo, hoo-ha. I love that stuff. I think it's divination. Or maybe it's energy this Friday. I don't know. I have to look at my calendar. But the afternoons are meditation. By Friday, we'll skip and we'll work up to just under an hour sit. Just so you know. Just so you're prepared for that. All right. So that's all I have for today. Hope you have a gorgeous day. Hone in on what is true for you, what you love, what gives you the vibes that you enjoy, and release everything else, everybody. Release everything else. Okay, kids, I'll see you at 1 p.m. today, and we'll do a meditation. And I'll see you on the flip. I'm pretty sure I have a little thank you little thing to put up. I do. Hey, Christy, good to see you. I'm about to log off, and I'll be up here, like I said, in a couple of hours. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. And I do want to say thank you for taking care of yourself in the sense of cultivating your connection with yourself deep inside through meditation, with your present moment, and with spirit. Thank you for meditating. All right, peeps. Mwah. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.